Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to another reading vlog. This week, or today and tomorrow and probably Sunday, I'm doing the timer 24-hour reading vlog. There are two reasons why I decided to do this. Firstly, I am far behind on an ARC review that is due today. I'm only 65% in that book and it's a high fantasy book and it's a thick book and I'm slightly panicky. That is the first reason. The second reason is because of this book, I am now officially a week behind on my November reads, and if you saw my November TBR, I have quite a lot to get through. So I decided, what better way to start this month, very belated, but what better way to start it than doing a 24-hour reading vlog, a timer 24-hour reading vlog. I haven't done this in a while. I think the last time I did this was 2 years ago, around May-ish or April. Around there. So yeah, I am due for a 24-hour reading vlog. Before we dive into what we're going to read or what I'm going to read, please remember to like and subscribe, and let's just get on with the video. So the first book is called Blood of Wolves by G.N. Gutkian. Basically what this book is about, it's about this girl who has been sent to this, I would call it a nunnery, but it's very different in this book. Anyway, she's sent there because she and another guy in her town in Friesland had sex before marriage and her father was very upset about that, so he sent her over the border to another country so that she can join the nunnery. But she continues to attempt to run away, and on the day that she is halfway through succeeding running away, she sees a murder happening and a convict escaping. And the more she dives into this whole situation, the more she realizes that like the higher up priests are planning on killing an innocent man and she can't stand by. And with the help of like a guild of people, they escape and they cause a real ruckus throughout the kingdom. And it turns out that she's kind of like magical, so she's deemed as a witch even though she's not. She, I won't say specializes in ruins, but she knows ruins and all of that, and that's how they see her, as a witch, so they want to end her life. And there's a big war between Friesland and the town where she was sent to. I know it's very confusing. It's just a classic high fantasy book that is really good. I can't put it down, but the problem is I'm very behind on my ARC reviews, so I need to push through. Then the second book I plan to read is Fire and Blood by George R. Martin. We are continuing the high fantasy stuff because why not? For those of you who don't know, this is basically how the Targaryens in Game of Thrones came to be, or their origin story, if you want to call it that. I do have the audio for this, so I believe I can make a breakthrough in it. I'm quite excited to read this because I'm in such a high fantasy mood. Like I say, I am doing the timer method, so it may consist of several breaks. Like tomorrow we have to go to my parents, and then the day after we're meeting my mother-in-law for brunch, so it is going to be break, read, break, read, break, read, but I plan on doing most of the reading today. It is currently 8:35 and I plan on starting at 9, so we'll see how that goes. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I'm on 66% of this book. It says I have about 2 hours and 51 minutes or something left to read this book. Because this is the third book, I really don't want to give a lot of spoilers, but I would just say overall the story is very gripping. I really like the tone it sets and the way it plays up with everything that's happening in it. So I'm really enjoying it. Because it's multi-POV, there are certain characters that I'm like, I don't care, you know, for you to pop up. There's also things that are happening to a certain character that I'm like, I am 50-50, you know, like if something happens to you, yay. If something doesn't happen to you, okay, cool. Most of these names I think are kind of German originated, but also Scandinavian, so it's kind of hard for me to pronounce. I think the only person whose name I pronounce correctly is Adelaide, and she is our main character. The rest, no. I don't think I'm even pronouncing the names of the places correctly. So yeah. first hour down and I have reached 74% of Blood of Wolves, and there's so much going on. I just can't. I'm enjoying this book so much at this point. It's in that exposition point, or the build-up of the exposition, where you're like, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna die? And there's this adorable man who is in love with Adelaide. She's our main character, and she doesn't want to get close to him because every time she's gotten close to a person, they die in circumstances surrounding her. And now I believe she also likes him, but she doesn't want to admit she loves him because of the fear that he is the epiphany of a gentle giant, and he's just trying to make her feel better all the time, and he's trying to protect her, and it's not working, and everything is just snowballing into things. And I'm really enjoying this. They are currently close to like a war between the old gods and a new, so I don't know who's gonna win. Really, I don't. This could be good or it could be bad. I have a feeling it might be good, but I don't know. But I can't stop reading. So yeah, that is the update. Hopefully the next time I update you, I will be done with this book. Although, sorry, at the pace I'm reading, I don't know, maybe I'll be like at 94% or something. Then I can finally get my review up and call it a day. I'm upsetty. The guy I was gushing about that was like kind of nice with Adelaide and that she was afraid to fall in love with, she told him like just before the war started that she loves him, but like in a friendly manner, you know, when you tell your friends I love you. And in it said she hopes it doesn't still take him away from her because she needs him as a friend, because they have this, what is the word, camaraderie, that word. They have that together. And tell me why the author decided to end his life anyway.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I liked him. I really did. I really thought he was going to be the one that defied all odds. But no. Second update. I'm down the second hour. Is that even a word? Anyway, 22 hours to go. Trying to do a 24-hour vlog while you're working, it's quite a challenge, I must say. I also went to the shops just now because I needed to get a few things so that we can eat tonight. And our local shop has a Christmas tree for sale. Well, not a few Christmas trees. And it's quite a tall tree. It comes up, I don't know if you guys can see this. It comes up till there, you know. It's quite tall. I don't want a bigger Christmas tree. Anyway, it was 70 rand. That's nothing for a tree. And the other day I went to Checkers and they were selling a tree for like 300 rand. Same size for 300 rand. I got mine for 70 rand. I don't know what's wrong with it, but you know, it's a Christmas tree, so I'm not complaining. And then I also got lights for 50 rand. They are these multicolored lights. I didn't buy ornaments or anything because I actually want to go to the crazy store. It's like a dollar store or whatever, and then see if I can get ornaments that are like matchy because at OK they had these box of I think like 6, 9, 12-ish ornaments, but I felt like they weren't going to fit, and I had to buy like 4 of those boxes if I just wanted to use the ornaments on the tree. So for now my tree has lights and I feel like that's an accomplishment. So I'm 85% into the book. It's way less than I thought it was going to be because clearly I'm an overachiever and I think I read fast. I don't. Things are escalating, things are getting really bad, but things are also looking up in a sense. I mean, if you're 85% in the book and the war has already started, surely somewhere along the line things are gonna get better. And if they don't get better, then, well, I don't know what we're up against. This is not going to be fine. So let's count down the next hour while I continue to work in between. I'm also listening to some ambient music because our neighbor's dogs couldn't stop barking and I was slowly but surely losing my mind. I believe in the next hour I will finish this book. Just to give you an update of the time, it's 1:30 and I've read 2 hours if you go by the timer method. That's like nothing. Anywho, let me just continue with the rest of the day. Hopefully I can make a dent further the more we go into the afternoon, because you know it's not a lot of things to do in the afternoon. It's usually just checking stories and whatnot, so I'm gonna do that. Maybe make myself another cup of tea. It only took me 3 hours. But I'm done. I'm giving this book a 5 stars. It was all around just a great fantasy. I really enjoyed it. And I think once I get my thoughts in order, I'll say more about it. But I really love this book. The ending was so, I would say it was bittersweet. I just loved everything about the series. I would highly suggest picking it up. If you have Kindle Unlimited, hello bird. If you have Kindle Unlimited and you search Hammer of Fate, I'm sure it'll pop up. It really does take time to get into it, and there's a lot of politics and a lot of like religious stuff happening. It's like a new religion, but it's also centered around like the old gods, the Norse gods like Odin and Thor and all those. They interweave with one another. Actually no, they stand opposed to one another. You know, if you like that kind of high fantasy stuff, I would really suggest picking this book up. It is just so much fun to read, and Adelaide she's a fun girl. I don't know how old she is. I'm assuming she's somewhere in her 20s. It's never fully explained, but you do get the idea that she's young adultish, I would say. I'm finally done. Now we have 21 hours to go. I did count that right? And so the next book on my list is Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. As I've said, this book is like the beginnings, how the Targaryens came to be. The thing that made me stop reading this book, it's more like a journal than what it is a story. So that's why I stopped reading it. But I'm gonna see if I can delve into it again. Hopefully I can finish this and then I can start watching House of Dragon, I believe. So let's jump into this one. Okay, this is like probably my last hourly update. I am now like 20 hours in. I don't know why I put this book down. I really don't. I really am enjoying it this time. It probably was the wrong time to do it, but it's so fun to read Aegon the Conqueror's, you know, how he won the war and all of that, and everything about the Game of Thrones setting just makes sense now. I really am enjoying it, and I can't wait to see where this book goes. I'll probably update you later on. I don't know, maybe. We'll see how I feel. Or tomorrow morning. Guten Morgen, meine Liebchen. Don't ask. Okay, so I don't know what's happening. As you can see, I'm at my parents' house. I unfortunately have to work for like a few hours. But that's fine, because that also gives me enough time to read Fire and Blood. I'm obsessed. I can understand why some people love this book. It does take a while to get into it, just so that you can get used to the storytelling, because it's as if someone is telling you a story. It's not a story being told. Does that make any sense whatsoever? What I thought about the first king, Aegon the Conqueror, he was a fair and just king. I really liked him. Everything that he did, it was fair and just, and you know, all that stuff that a good king does. And then you got his two sons. Yeah, the one was soft, the other one was wild as hell and loved bloodbaths, apparently. Not in a weird sense, like, you know. But more of the fact that if anyone stood against him, he killed them. That was basically that. And now we get to King, what is his name? It's a very funky name that I forgot. Joris. King Joris. Very young king, very also just. He thinks. That's his strength. He thinks before he acts, which is good. I mean, I also really like the pictures they put in. This is, I think, by far my favorite picture in this. The whole book is full of pictures, so it's quite entertaining to read. There's just a lot of people in here. Like, they mention so many people, and my brain is not conjuring up people with faces anymore. Especially in the beginning where they mentioned what are they called again? The golden people who protect the king, the king's guard? I think it's the king's guard. They mentioned like all 7 or 13 of them, and I'm just like, there's too many names I don't care about. Luckily, because I think George R. R. Martin knew, because there are so many people mentioned in this book, luckily he rehashes what they did, so after a while you're like, oh, okay, I remember that now. I'm also listening to it on audio, so the fact that someone is reading it to me as well is making it really easy for me, and I'm really enjoying it. I think that's about all the updates I can give you. I currently still have like about 19 hours left of the 24-hour reading vlog. That just broke my brain. So yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna delve further into this. I'll probably update you further along the line. Ooh, this is cool. It's not spoilery for me because I don't know what's happening here, but that's pretty cool. And then I'll update you once I either have more thoughts or when I'm done with the book, which is probably gonna be a long while. 18 hours down. I'm exhausted already. Like, this book is so good, but why is everything so complicated? Why couldn't it have just been a story? No, we have to recount everything. Anyway, I don't even know what chapter I'm on, but I'm on page 178 right now, and even though it's getting good, my brain cells are just like, we need a break, man. So I don't know if I should be watching YouTube videos. My bad, sorry about that. Or I don't know, reading something lighter. Maybe I should take a break and go get something to eat, something to drink. Just so that my brain can breathe for a bit. I don't know how people do this, like 24 hours constant just reading. This will break my brain. Please do ignore the fringe. I was actually searching for a snack in my parents' fridge and I discovered something. Loot! I discovered a monster and I'm not sure if, I don't know. I'm debating whether I should drink it or not. It's only 12 now. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. Am I going to regret this? Yeah, I'm gonna drink it. If it was my dad's, it's fine. I'll buy him another one. Happy Sunday, everyone. There's about 13 hours of this readathon left, and I think I'm just gonna finish this book. According to the audio, I have like around 13 hours left. So, just a quick update. I'm on page 348, so it's kind of halfway, although I'm not really sure if it is halfway. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. I'm really enjoying King Jaehaerys, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Queen Alysanne's reign. It's really entertaining for me to read. I really love these two. But the problem is Jaehaerys is getting old now. And they're looking for his next successor, and 2 of his elder sons died. So one of his daughters or something along the lines has claim to the throne, but because she's a girl, they're gonna be like, no, I don't want her to reign. So there's this whole big decision of whether his grandson should reign or his great-grandson, and yeah, they're sorting that issue out now. I don't know I don't know who it's going to be, but it's getting entertaining. King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne's reign is coming to an end, and the next chapter looks like it's going to be a questionable monarch that is taking over. So I'm excited to delve further into this, but first I need to work. If I don't finish this book today, I might finish it early tomorrow morning so I can get this vlog up for you. I have a small quick update for you. It doesn't look like I made a lot of progress, but I slowly but surely am. I think I have, like, for some apparent reason, 9 hours left in this book. I don't know how that works. But anyway, page 552. It's good. I'm enjoying it. It's just so much information. Like I said before, it's just too much info, too much people driving me up the wall. But it's fine. I was confused with the last chapter because I thought one of the characters were dead and they weren't. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can finish this tonight and then I can give my thoughts after a good night's rest. Is this a new angle unlocked? Probably. Okay, good morning guys. It is Monday morning right now. I have 8 hours and 25 minutes left of this 24-hour reading vlog. So for the next time I do this, I think I'm just gonna take a weekend to see how far I read, because this is getting exhausting now. Even though I'm enjoying it, really I am, I have a few questions about this book. We have, where am I now? I'm on page 622. There's 711 pages. There's not enough information that can lead us to the whole array of the Targaryen rule. We still have to get to the Mad King. We are not even halfway through the lineage right now. So I'm assuming there's going to be another book. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming. It's just, there's a part of me that wants it to end. And there's another part of me that I wish I had, like, the next book, if there even is a next book, so that we can get to the Mad King. I really want to know what happened in his rule that he became the Mad King. I know it was touched upon in, like, the Game of Thrones series, but, like, really to get the history behind it is something I really want to learn. I'm going to be highly transparent with you. There's like 5 hours and 40 minutes left of this readathon. I'm not going to make it, okay? I'm not going to sit for another 5 hours here and just push some reading stuff in. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Are you done now? The whole goal, as I said this morning, was just to read and get like a jump start in my reading for this month. And I believe I did that, especially with finishing this monstrosity. So I finished it. It really ends on a cliffhanger. Like, the last sentence just reads, "And thus did the rule of the regions come whimpering to an end, and the broken reign of the broken king began." That's it. Okay? And just to give you context, for those of you who have been watching Game of Thrones and you know about the Mad King, his lineage is like here. We are only here in the book. No? We are here in the book with Aegon III. So either the next book is going to be as thick as hell, or we're not going to get a next book and we're just going to have to accept the fact that what we have is what we have, or we're going to get 2 more books because I believe George R.R. Martin continues to write. Freeway. Well, we still need the last book of the Game of Thrones series, so we're constantly waiting on that. But what I can add about this book, it has this feel of telling a historical fantasy, or fantasy in such a way that it feels like it is historical, apart from the dragon's part, you know. I really like the book and the essence of historical elements that it brought into this book. It is highly built on world building. It is exceptional in world building, and there were times where I was sitting there going, I'm so lost. Like a needle in a haystack, that's where I am. I don't know how I can come to terms with some of the things that are happening in this book. I don't even know if that made sense. My only issue about this book is there's a lot of names, and I don't care about 3/4 of them. I understand that it's like world building and character building and all that, but half of these people, I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even know who you are. And they mention like the Lady of Hightower and the Lady of Riverrun, and I'm just like, okay, I'm happy for you. you know, glad you're in the book. But like jumping around from character to character, mentioning this person and this person and what role they played in one of the king's reigns or the throne for the Targaryens, I can see why it is important. The only thing is there's too many names. That is all I'm saying. Too many names. But I really did enjoy this book. I enjoyed the different way of storytelling, and I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I've been sitting a 4 out of 5 stars. Although this book will be in my subconscious for like a whole while, I don't think it's as enjoyable as a 5-star book. But I did enjoy the storytelling, and I did enjoy the elements in this book. It's just not a 5-star read for me. Anyway, I'm eagerly awaiting the next one, and that concludes my 24-hour reading vlog, which now turned into a 19-hour reading vlog, but it's not as catchy. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please remember to like and comment on the video and subscribe, please. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the video on Thursday. Bye.